Like Craig said, Patrick, do you think Son is back after that sensational hat-trick? I'm going to call it a sensational one.
Sensational. I hope so. I mean, I just hope we see the old Son. That felt like Son last year, like against Norwich or against Liverpool or against Southampton away, where he just didn't overthink it and he just natural, no instinct. But we know what Son can do: left foot, right foot, inside the box, outside the box. Even the run, that was Son just back to basics, not overdoing it, not overthinking it. And we all know how dangerous he is. And even like when he scored the first goal, he didn't even go crazy and run and celebrate. It's just relief. He just stood there, didn't he? And then everyone came and like gave him a hug. And you just saw, he's just like, yes, I finally got. Because in games you could see him snatching at chances, forcing it. If the pass was on, he would maybe take the harder shot because he just wanted to get on the score sheet. Now he's done that. Hopefully he can push on. So you don't want to go too crazy, but also at the same time, to score a second half hat-trick or a hat-trick in 13 minutes, 14 minutes, depending on how you look at it, that is sensational. And there's not many players that can do that. So I'm hoping that Son is back, because if he is, that's a scary proposition for any team that plays us.
100%. I know I say that a lot, but it is true. And Luke, I want to come to you because obviously we talk about the finishes, not just with his left foot, but with his right foot as well. I mean, it's just incredible.
Yeah, the first goal was really good as well, especially as it being that kind of first goal of the season, breaking his kind of duck and and taking it with his right foot. But my lord, the second one with his left foot was just, and that is like, as Patrick said, like that is like classic Heung-min Son. Like, give him the ball, let him shift it onto his left, and just watch him do his thing. Like, he's an outrageous footballer. Like, if you think about that one, and then you also think about the goal he scored against Arsenal, when he scored from miles out, and whipped it with his right foot into the opposite corner. Like, crazy. The kid can do everything. And that's what was frustrating me before, like when I said that it looked like he was kind of just overthinking, as you said, because his touch shouldn't be bad. If anyone's watched any of the documentaries about him, like that's all he ever did as a kid. It wasn't shooting. It
literally,
it was like keepy ups and touches and and all the rest of it. So I think it's all a bit of that. But look, I think, as Patrick says, like whether it's like Son, Kane, Kulusevski, whether it's Son, Kane, Richarlison, whether it's whoever it is, right? Whichever combination it has, like we have a great system. We have the ability to bring on another brilliant player in that position, and it's nice to see. It's nice to see the diversity of Richarlison. I forgot to mention that before.
No, definitely. And that's the thing. I think it's also a stat as well. I think obviously Sonny's had this goal drought. I think he's only one behind Jesus now, Patrick.
He is. And he was level with Jesus. Luckily for them, got a goal the day after. But it just goes to show, but that's the levels, isn't it? That's Sonny now. Unfortunately, when you are as brilliant as he is for the last 2 seasons, everyone's expectation rises now. So everyone's expecting him to now get 18, 20, 22. So when he's having a bad... Because if we're being honest, Son does usually go through these patches where he might not. He's a streaky player. And sometimes he will go 4 or 5 goals without a game. And no one would really be that frustrated apart from Spurs fans. But now, because he's in the limelight, everyone's talking about it. So there was a lot of that as well. And then because we got Richarlison, it's not like, you're not undroppable. Even though no player should be, let's be honest, certain players are that good that they won't really get dropped or rotated. But now there is that option. Thankfully, Son took it the right way. And it could have went wrong, and it could have, Son another game without a goal, and everyone's still asking the same questions. What's going on with Son? What's happened to Son? But thankfully, that will now not be asked, and we can just go on and just do what he needs to do. Just do what he does. If he does what he does, we're Tottenham fans, and Tottenham as a team, we're going to be feeling good about ourselves.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's the thing about his interview after the game, saying how he was so happy to obviously get the goals, but he was so thankful for all the fans for still believing in him. And I don't think it's right to say that some people didn't believe in him. I think I was asking the question as well. I was like, how long can we wait till we've got players on the bench that are like willing and wanting to get on that pitch? Do we wait to give them a chance? I mean, Luke, is that kind of how you thought as well? It's like, how long do you wait before you swap it?
Yeah, sorry, I got distracted by a moron in the comments. But anyway, yeah, I think you're right. Hollie. And like, there's this like false narrative of some fans about Heung-min Son not being a nice person, even though how you can't think that he is a nice person.
It's weird, isn't it? It's weird.
Yeah, it's bizarre. But Yeah, I think that it's nice to see him hitting back with that. Does that mean he jumps straight into the starting 11? Who knows? Do we now expect him to score 3 goals in the next game, 2 goals in the next game? Do we expect him to not have a bad touch in that game? Are we all going to get back on his case again? Oh, he needs to be dropped so that then he can come back on and score a hat-trick again. Like, I think it's just nice, as you say, that to show that no one is undroppable, but that we have players that we are confident can come back in. Before this, we would have only had Kane and Son would be the first 2 players, in my opinion, that weren't droppable. We didn't have any replacements for them. We had no one that could come in and we would think, oh yeah, we're safe with that. Like when the lineup came out and it was Richarlison, Kane, Kulusevski, no one went, oh, I'm a bit worried about that. But if you saw Kane, Son, Richarlison, or Kane, Son, Kulusevski, your mind wouldn't say anything different. Like it would always just be, okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. It's good. So it's lovely to see. And yeah, he's just a great guy. There's nothing, he never ever gloats. He never ever like, oh yeah, like, I've been working. It's always about it's always about the team, isn't it? Even when he scored that goal against Burnley, when he ran past everyone, I'm pretty sure he still said that it was the rest of the team helped him make that goal.
Yeah.
And the guy just ran from his own penalty box. So
no, he is incredible, and I think that's the thing. I don't think anybody gets on his back. I just think it's the factor that now we've got so many competition for all of those positions now. You can't not sit here and think, oh, maybe we'll try Richarlison this week and give Son a rest, or even with Kane, if that was the case.